Is this cube, the GAN 356 SM, still good in 2021? This cube was released in late 2017 and is very old to the new, almost flagship GAN 356 XS. So today I'll be comparing this cube, the GAN 356 SM, to the GAN 356 XS. Don't get me wrong, these names are crazy. Starting off with the customization abilities. So this cube only can customize, you can only customize this cube with the GS nuts. And that has been popular with most GAN cubes, such as the GAN 356X. And all the other GAN cubes before the GAN 356 XS, practically. So you can change it with these nuts. I have green in here right now, and there is purple, white or clear, and yellow. And these all have their different types of abilities that it can do. So the performance right now is actually quite good, and I can do algorithms pretty fluidly, and I feel it's pretty good. Since you can't customize the magnet strength is one entire magnet strength, but on the GAN XS, you can kind of customize it by just switching it with your fingernail. It goes from strongest, which is the most outside, to the weakest, which is the inside, and there's actually a middle one, and that is like medium. But this cube only has one magnetic strength, and in my opinion, now this cube's capabilities might be pretty good for you, but for me, I didn't really like the magnetic strength for this cube. Now on the GAN 356 XS, you can customize it to your preference, as it's very adaptable. But on the GAN 356 SM, it's not exactly, but the magnets feel like way too strong, as the cube has a clickiness to it. And for OH, this is not that good, because when magnets are strong, it doesn't really help in OH. And I'm actually hearing a spring noise, so try to ignore that for the rest of the video. Now, I know you might be thinking, I got this in stickerless and this one is stickered. How can you compare it? Well, I don't think there's actually a difference, because I'm going to be talking about performance and customizability and the speed of it, but not the stickers or anything. So this one is stickerless and this one is stickered, and this is the 356 SM and this is the 356 XS. Now, they are both the same size, as they have the name 56 right in the first part of the name, other than GAN. And 356 means it's a 3x3 that's 56 millimeters, so 3 followed by 56. And if you just measure them, they should be the same size. Because they're 56 millimeters. So this one is right now the customizability is the magnets and this core. So right now here is the blue nod as well as this nut on the outside. And with a tension tool, which is this one right here, you can just change the spring compression or the tension of the cube. And also the blue nod has 2 numbers on it, and you can also remove it. So it also comes with some dark blue nods and numbers 2 and 4 on it. So that's how you customize it, and basically that's how far you can pull when you pull apart the edges. So that's how the customization works for the core. But now let's talk about the magnets. Since you can't customize the magnets for this cube, you You can customize the magnets for this cube though. So as I talked before, you can just use your fingernail and just pull or push depending on the magnet strength you prefer. And now let's go on to the performance of this cube. So right now this is on strong magnets, and I think it goes pretty well. Not doing too many lockups, but I still have some lockups though. So let's look at corner cutting now. So for the performance, I'd say that the GAN 356XS is a lot more flimsy and loud, where on the GAN 356SN it's a lot more quiet and more fluid in the turns, although the magnets are strong. So now let's look at corner cutting. So for this cube, I'm gonna go 45 degrees, perfectly fine. A little more than that, almost line to line. Good. And now line to line. Pretty good. Although it is a little bit flimsy. So now I'm gonna go reverse. And let me try a little bit light. So yeah, right there, it doesn't. And on this cube, I'm gonna go line to line. It's not that good, but it's still pretty good. Now reverse. Now I've heard really good things about this cube, although for its price, So this cube is actually $50 on both websites, the Cubicle and the speedcubeshop.com. But it's coming at a hefty price, but with all those customization abilities, it's, I guess, pretty expensive, as the Dian Tengen and the YJMBC Elite are almost half the price. So yeah, so this cube is only in black internals, I think. But now let's look at the mechanism. So just pulling out a piece right now. So the edge pieces, and for this cube, as you can see, there are the same design practically, except this is black and this one is white, and they're practically the same other than the magnets here. Gonna take out a corner piece here, this one, and also this one. So they're practically the same, except this one is kind of like newer and this one is old. That's why they're worn out. This one is worn out. And again, same thing. We have white and black, and there's practically no difference, except there's a magnet here. You can't change the magnets. So yeah, it's basically the design. They're practically the same, so it seems like GAN didn't change anything for the past 4 years. It's kind of hard to get this in. There we go. So you might be wondering why this GAN 356XS, why am I not comparing it to the GAN 11M Pro? Well, I do not have the GAN 11M Pro, and this is probably just as good other than the core magnets. So should you get this cube in 2021? Well, it's kind of old and it's not that great, but it's still pretty good. So should you get this cube in 2020? And I'm gonna answer the title of this video, well, no.